Start recording. Do we look pretty yet? Starting. I'm trying to see if this is you are live. There we are. There we are. Now let me come over to here. Pull the chat up on my lappy toppy.
Yeah, too.
I would, but I don't have a hand free because I have a bagel here, and I'm going to keep him here.
Are we going to be through YouTube?
No disrespect, YouTube chat.
I don't care.
We're just doing YouTube from now on because, let's be honest, it's the
Twitch be
easiest.
problematic, son.
Yeah, where I can't. It's not up yet. Where's our live show?
It takes like 30 to 45 seconds.
Yeah, Discord is slow.
I'm slow. It's fine. There we are. Found it. Hello.
Hello.
Before you wreck yourself.
Somebody say words.
Yo.
Hi. Hello, my name is Bagel, and I'm going to host a podcast today. I like how he looks around like, who said that?
I don't think our sound is coming through. Properties. Okay. That's not right either. I need you guys to talk to each other.
How's your day been, man?
It's pretty good. I went back to space.
Space.
Space was fun.
Space is always good.
I went in my I put the VR goggles on Reba.
Ooh.
And she's like,
No Man's Sky.
and she's like, yeah, this is amazing. Oh, Bagel, you're gonna leave? You're gonna leave? Oh, come on.
He's like, I'm out.
Like talking about space again. She puts on. She's like, wow, this is really pretty. I cannot do this for very long. I'm like, yeah, it's a little much. Okay, you can go.
Yep. So yeah.
And I started. Last week I started from scratch. Like I started just at the beginning to see how long it takes to like get up and flying and everything, and that was cool. This week I went into my old save that has like 160 hours in it. And I found this planet, and I need to figure out how to build, because I found this planet that I want my base to be on, because it's a moon in orbit of a planet that has a giant ring, and the ring is going through the planet that I'm going to live on. So I'm like, I like the idea of having like a landing pad and a base where you walk out your back door and you look up and you see like Saturn right in front of you. Oh,
Be right back.
That game, guys.
Where did everybody go?
Moose went to turn a light on, and I think he's going to the cooler to get a beer. I'm still here. Bagel's over there. He's wondering where Mommy is. And yeah.
Okie doke. I'll be ready in 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. just a couple of minutes. Where's... Hate this garbage. This is all just...
Oh, I think Reba's home.
Uh-oh, we got a bagel! Oh, I enjoy a good bagel.
Sing to it, Bagel. Sing to the door. Is that Mom? Is that Mom? The funny thing is, when you watch his face, it's like everything a dog should be, except the sound that comes out of it.
Bagel.
Like instead of like a howl, it sounds like he's being tortured.
What's happening?
I'm up here. I'm up here. I'm in the kitchen. I'm cold and there are wolves after me. Hey.
Are you live?
Yeah,
No.
we haven't started yet.
So you're live?
But we're live, yeah.
Okay, great.
So, welcome to the internet.
Hi, Reba.
Corey says hi.
Hey-o.
Moose says hi.
Hi, Moose.
She says hi to both of you. If you didn't hear.
That's awfully nice of her.
Did you let him out?
I just did.
Did you feed him?
Yeah.
Well, this looks wonky. I don't like it. But
Sure.
it's gonna have to do, I suppose. Alright. Anyways. This'll have to do. That'll do, pig, that'll do. Right? Right?
Hello? Check, check.
Yo.
Yo.
I'm trying this dual stream thing. It looks terrible. But also, it's happening. So, Moose, I'm going to need you to say a few words.
Just a few words for our listeners out there. I hope you are having a good one. I'm sitting here drinking an IPA. Hot Lana. Just chillaxing, relaxing. It's Monday night. I did nothing at work today because there's nothing to do.
All right. Ready? Hey, nay. Not hear me?
I can hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, just making sure. You cut out a little bit when you said that. Bagel, stop. We're going to record a podcast, so I need you to be on your best behavior. Not enthused about it.
I'm gonna need you guys to say something one more time.
Check. Two.
Hey, Beavis.
Start with Wrightson. 2 mint and 1.
Oh, yeah? Cup of coal. Sing, Bagel. Oh, this poor dog.
Hello.
Hello.
Come here, boy. Come here. It's just, I know. Mom's here.
Alright.
We just can't let you run down the basement because you're a flight risk.
Does our YouTube stream look and sound okay? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
I'll find out.
Oh, that's why I can't hear. Okay.
Why can't you hear it?
Our sound was down.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, my new bus pass. Yay. Okay, now everybody's in the house. Bagel is completely content to just chew on his treat.
This was open.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. We're gonna need an announcement that says I'm not a keel.
Huh? Oh, congratulations.
All right. Well, that didn't go how I wanted to. That's fine.
Awesome.
I didn't get to see it.
Huh?
I don't know who it's from. You didn't show.
It's from Niall and Janet. Yeah.
You think there was more?
I don't know, probably.
Someone stole it.
I don't know, but I appreciate it.
I do too.
You do know that I'm. You forgot, didn't you? No, everyone heard you talking.
That wasn't the point.
Heyo.
All right.
What did they say?
They're not saying anything.
We can't. We don't know what's going on.
Corey's trying to start the stream. Make sure everything's sorted.
But I'm just here to look pretty.
Sound's working on YouTube, so that's fine.
Fine.
Heyo.
Whatever. We ready?
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Don't everybody like the smell of gasoline? Well, burn, motherfucker, burn, American dream. Don't everybody like the taste of apple pie? Well, snap your slice of life. I'm telling you why. I hear that Mother Nature's now on birth control. The coldest pimp looking for somebody to hold. The highway up to heaven got a crook on the toll. Youthful fire ain't got nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Welcome to Nerds Gone Rogue, episode 160. Today we are giving away Astral Chain for Nintendo Switch. Anybody keep score at home? People are already saying it's the best new Nintendo IP since Splatoon.
Yeah.
Which I don't think another new one has really come out unless you want to call
Arms.
Kingdom Battle a new IP.
Arms.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
I think a lot of people did. It's all right.
So did Nintendo.
Went over like an anvil in the ocean.
They're still holding Arms tournaments, like internally.
They're still holding Smash Brothers Melee tournaments, dude.
Nope. Maybe they are. I don't know. I don't know words. I don't know what's happening.
So let's get to it. Let's give away this game. How many entries we got?
We're just gonna go right into it.
Yeah, it's fine.
No intro, no nothing.
Nah, it's fine.
You don't even want to let everybody know what an episode number it is?
I did. I said 160.
No. Hey, this is episode 160.
Yeah, that's Corey.
Woo!
That's Moose.
Woo!
You can find them everywhere. Let's give away again.
Everywhere we want to be.
Yeah.
My name's Matthew.
Yeah.
I-
it is.
I'm drinking a big mug of coffee, courtesy of of Giant Bomb. This is a big goddamn mug.
Nice. That's the only way to drink coffee.
Matt also has facial hair.
Yeah, that happened.
The start of facial hair, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
and it looks
no.
good.
Well, I mean, probably from that distance, but like if I get like right here, it's actually kind of a lot for me.
It's there.
I'm almost
It's
an adult
good,
now.
man.
Thank
I
you.
mean, I think if you let it grow out, it'll be nice. It'll be a nice little beard for the fall and the winter.
Yeah, and it'll only take me 2 years to grow it back.
I won't.
How was your guys' weekend?
It was all right.
Too fast.
Went to the zoo.
Nice.
Played some games.
Cool,
That's really the extent of my weekend.
awesome. How was the zoo?
It was good. The zoo's always a good time. Baby liked it because we bought her toys, but
Of course.
you know, that's about it.
Moose, how's the Atlanta commute?
That was good.
Yeah.
I got into work and then there was like no work to do. So
Aren't you there for like overflow?
I'm just here to help them out. They asked us to come down for the month. It's just
You've been down there for 2 weeks and everything's caught up.
I've been down here since August 5th, April 5th, since August. I've been a hell of a time, man. I'm ready to go back home.
I came
I
down
got
for the
home.
month. I've been here since April.
Miss the wife, miss the dogs, miss the good old PS4. But yeah, it's
still not dragging that.
no, I didn't drag that. I was like, oh, I'm like, I ain't doing this. I already have enough stuff to carry. I got to carry my luggage bag, my laptop bag, which is what I'm on right now.
Right.
Otherwise, I can't do this. We'd be doing it on my phone. And then I brought my Switch with me because
Okay.
even with the dock, it is way more portable than the PS4. But then again,
Oh, yeah,
obviously, the PS4 is meant to be a home console. So, not that the Switch isn't. In fact, that's what Reggie says. It's a home console first. But whatever. Anyways,
That's why they're making a portable only version.
I know. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So it was a pretty good weekend. Went home, spent some time with the wife, and then went to see Beck, Spoon, and Cage the Elephant last night. So that was nice. It's a good
Ooh,
time.
nice.
Yeah, so I had a weekend. That's all I'm going to say about it. Let's give away a game.
All right.
Today's the day.
It is the day. So
Today's the day. So do we even have any entrants? Because I've been giving out the wrong email address for God knows how long.
yeah, we do.
Okay, good.
We have 41 entries.
Oh, good.
So
Good. And shout out to Deshaun Malone on Twitter for correcting me. I appreciate that. It was very nice of him.
That was nice of him.
So we have 41 entrants. How do you want to do this? Me picking a number or Moose picking a number or?
what we're gonna do it like we do every time. We're gonna have
Yeah.
you pick a number between 1 and what I say 40, 41?
41.
41? Yeah.
Okay.
And then that email will be the winner.
Sweet.
Yeah.
The number this time is 13.
13. Holy cow. Let's see here. All right, guys, are you ready? Drum roll, please. Drum roll, everybody. Drum roll. Our winner of Astral Chain is. You sound like Christmas Vacation.
Well, yeah, you make this joke every time we give away a game.
I know, but that's what you sound like. So,
Blah, 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 blah.
all right, the winner of Astral Chain is none other Then Greg Osterman III.
Greg Osterman the third. Congratulations.
Yay, Greg.
Woo!
Corey will get you your code, and you can download that before it releases this week, or preload it, or however Nintendo Switch works. Because clearly, I know everything. Cool.
Goals.
Now that we've given away a game, let's go to game time.
Game time.
Who wants to start?
I'll start this time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I've been playing a bunch of the Switch since I'm in a hotel room. Forager.
Yeah, you are.
Played a crap ton of Forager. A game.
Did you finally make glass? Did you get some onions?
I don't think I've gotten.
Did you
Onions
get some
yet, but I've made
peaches?
glass.
You got onions last week, man.
I get onions.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, I got an onion.
Maybe. Anyways, to be honest, I haven't touched it since last week because
Oh, okay.
then I was playing Super Mario Brothers, and now I'm back into Zelda because I took advantage of the GameStop trade-in and took my Switch in and traded it in. The only save I was really concerned about was Zelda Breath of the Wild. And since that game supports cloud saves, I had a feeling that it would be backed up because when I had my issue with Warframe, if the listeners remember when Warframe messed it up, and I had to get
Switch.
I had to get it sent out. Well, not that. I should say it's not Warframe's fault.
No, it's not.
It's the fact that you shouldn't put the system to sleep if the game is running, because then it just starts crashing stuff, and that was what happened. But anyway, so when they sent it back and I loaded up everything and fired it back up, Zelda had the game save, and I was like, sweet, all my progress is there.
Cool.
So took it in, traded it in. I got the Switch with the red and blue Joy-Cons. I had the gray last time, so I went with red and blue this time. Pretty nice. I'm liking them. And then popped Zelda in and went right to saves and was able to download my save from like last week sometime. So I was like, sweet. That was the last time I played it. And started doing some Korak seed hunting in that. So I'm having fun with that. Been playing Blossom Tales, I think it is.
That's a good one.
So I'm having fun with that. That one's pretty cool. Definitely heavily inspired by Legend of Zelda. So been playing that a little bit, and then I think I messaged you guys about it, but I'm mad at Nintendo because you can preload Link's Awakening, like the entire game is done and sitting on my Switch, but I can't play it until next month.
Yep.
Anyways, so played some Butcher. I don't think I mentioned that last time. Did I talk about that?
Did.
That one's pretty badass. And then when I went home, back into Bloodborne, was Remnant.
From the Ashes.
Yeah, From the Ashes. I tried a little bit of that. I'm enjoying it. I want to give it some more time, so I didn't play too much of it. I maybe played like a half hour or so, and then I was like, I want to have a good chunk of time to sit down and play it. Because I feel like it deserves more of an investment in that first playthrough than I was giving it. So I was like, okay, I'm liking this. I want to come back to it. So I can at least say that. And then played some Rad, which Rad is fucking rad. Rad is like, if you liked it just escaped my mind. Dead Cells. If you like Dead Cells, you'll love Rad. Why the hell wow, my mind is going. But anyway, so that's what I've been playing. I know next week's a big week. I mean, this week's pretty freaking big. Control comes out. Astral Chains, which has been getting freaking insanely good reviews. And then Remnant from the Ashes is getting some good reviews.
Control good reviews.
But then the Conan Chop Chop comes out next Tuesday, and I'm all excited about that. But just kind of rolling through the Switch stuff for now till I get back home to play the PS4.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's
Corey?
Let's see. Fire Emblem. chucking along at that game. It's probably a good game of the year for me so far. But I've also been played some Sea of Thieves this weekend with Jesse and a few people that I've met throughout the last couple weeks, and that was a good time.
Lighten up that mixer scene, have you?
Sure, lighting it up, as they say.
Mixer's new sensation, Corey Dierig.
Yeah. Hit 51 followers this morning.
Congratulations.
That was pretty exciting. So we played some Sea of Thieves, played some Apex, played some Blackout. Jesse and my friend that I work with, Ryan, carried me to third place on squads. So there was that. And then that's really about it. I haven't really been playing like a whole lot to like really talk about. But next weekend I'll probably have a lot to talk about because of Gears 5 is coming out. So that'll be the main game I'm probably going to be talking about in the next couple weeks. So pretty excited. No. And then the September Chaos releases, all the September releases are coming. So
isn't it insane?
I know,
man. There's just too many games coming out.
Nothing in August though, guys. Just Control and Astral Chain.
Yeah, just Control and Astral Chain and Rad and Remnant from the Ashes. Really, I mean, what are games?
I know. Yeah. What are these? What are these games?
Plebes.
Games. These kids are saying. What are these games? Well, that's it.
Meanwhile, everyone's still playing Fortnite. Who knew?
I played some of that too.
Cool.
It was funny.
How'd you do?
Well, there's this new mode where like it's like 50 versus 50 and you respawn and everything, and it's like the first team to 100 kills or whatever. But my little cousin, he's 9 or 10. One of those ages. I don't know. You can never tell. He might be 15. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I think he's 10. I was playing some what was I playing? I was playing something. I think I was playing Halo, and he was watching my Mixer stream through his Xbox, and he was really excited that I said hi to him through my Mixer stream. Then I was like, "Hey, do you want to play with me?" And he got like really excited that I invited him to play on stream with me. So
cool.
We played Fortnite together, and he's let me tell you, that kid's really good at Fortnite. just gonna throw it out there, you know. He's good at Fortnite. So he and then my other cousin joined us, and we played Fortnite together. It was pretty cool. It was really awesome. So that might have been like the highlight of my weekend though, because like I like it when seeing him get excited about stuff, and so I almost had to play Star Wars Battlefront 2, but I didn't because they're huge Star Wars fans. So I'm glad he chose Fortnite.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's really about it. I did purchase Bastion and Transistor.
Oh, nice.
Because they were on sale on Switch for like less than $4 a piece. So
yeah, they were pretty dirt cheap.
So
Very good.
What about you, Matt? What have you been playing?
Nothing.
Binding of Isaac, Spelunky?
No, I haven't played any Spelunky. Did play Binding of Isaac. I went back to space, and I took Reba to space this morning. To put on the VR goggles on her, and she's like, "Wow, this is really cool, but I can't do it for a very long time." And I'm like, "It's about right." But I spent a lot of time in my old save in No Man's Sky, my save that has 160 hours in it, and like I said before we really started tonight, I want to learn how to build a base, so I can build a base at this specific spot on this specific planet that I found, because it's basically like a moon that sits within one of the rings of Saturn. So I like the idea of putting a landing pad and just a base where I can walk out my back door and look up and just see Saturn. That's a really cool idea.
That is.
So I'm going to do that. And then I spent a little bit of time flying around, and that game is still so good. I remember Waypoint used to do this guide to games on YouTube, and I don't really know like if it was like these are the games that they thought were like the best of all time, but I think if I were to do one, No Man's Sky would definitely be one that I'd do, because it is way better than the credit it was given, and clearly it continues to get better. I think the wildlife animations are they still leave some things to be desired. Not gonna say they're perfect, but it does a lot of the RNG is a lot better this time out. And I started messing around with the underwater stuff, and I found some new mechanics that I don't remember seeing the first time around, but so it's a really cool thing, and I'm gonna keep playing it, especially in VR. And I know the VR on PSVR doesn't look the best, but A, it's what I have, and B, I think it does enough. It does enough for me. Then I played more of Rad. Actually, I don't know if I had talked about playing Rad on the last show, but I did.
I don't think you did, because I don't think it was out last week.
Okay.
I think it launched Tuesday.
Oh, all right. Well,
yeah.
Rad is really awesome. I've done a whole bunch of runs. I got to my first actual boss in that game. Bosses are hard.
Yeah, they are.
I was killed in pretty short order. I like the I like the power ups that come in that game, but this is how I know that this is a roguelike that I'm going to really get into. Because right before I went into the boss, the game fucked me in a way that I'm like, oh, of course a roguelike would fuck me this way. I had this power up that I really, really like. I've gotten it a couple of times. It's called Warhead. It turns your head into a skull, and you can basically throw it and blow things up.
Oh, nice. Because
video games. So, and then I also had this other exo mutation called Suckface. That basically you hit R1 and it basically plants a giant vacuum wherever you hit it, and it pulls all the enemies close. So you do that, and then Warhead, and you're just doing damage to a ton of things at once. And I get into the little tunnel where you're going to fight the boss, or you're going to fight, you're going to basically progress to the next level. And I see this room that I've never seen before. And it doesn't look like the skull rooms that are in the tunnel normally. It looks like something out of Destiny, to be honest with you. There's a giant rectangular pillar and a little beam of light going down the middle of it. So I do that, and it changes Warhead to I forget what it's called, but it's something that basically uses air to push things away from you. I had already killed everything, so I couldn't really get used to it. So I walk in, and then it does this intro for a boss. The boss's name is Badonk, which is hilarious. It's this giant fish-looking thing that just ground pounds everywhere. And it unleashes a bunch of minions. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, I have Suckface, which will pull everything to a certain area. And I have this, I'm going to call it Windbag. I'm not sure that's it. So don't correct me, because I'm not sure I'm correct. So I'm like, I can blow things away or move things towards me. I have no, other than melee, I have no severe damage output. So I'm trying to stay alive against Badong, and it was just over before it started because RNG fucked me.
Ooh.
And that's how I know I'm gonna love this game.
Yeah.
I think where I think the one thing I really don't like is the fact that you don't have the option to take it. Like one of the cool things about Binding of Isaac, and I mean even Spelunky to a point, is picking up an item it's still optional. You don't have to do it. Whereas you go to this statue or pillar or whatever that's going to give you a mutation. You have no option but to take it.
Yeah.
And I mean that's probably a silly gripe because basically it's probably where I learned the lesson. Just keep what I have and roll with it rather than take what could be there. And I think it's probably just going to be a case of getting to know it better. I'm wondering if there are some that are just like strengthen what you have versus give you a new thing. But that's just something I'll have to learn through play. But that game is really good. I mean, the announcer itself is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The female narrator voice is really cool too because it pops up at like the right time. And then the announcer for it is, if you've ever heard the 2002 album from the Chemical Brothers called Come With Us, the voice that opens that album is very much like this narrator. And it's good. It's like I think Marshall said it. It's like if Bastion's narrator, were trying to channel his best NBA Jam.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that they've recorded a shit ton of takes, so it's not like super repetitive. Which is like hearing him go floppy key or dinero or whatever. This game's good. I'm not sure where it is on my list for the year so far, but it's on the list, like guaranteed. The other game I really want to spend some time talking about is what Moose mentioned, Remnant from the Ashes. Hearing about this game, like it's like someone says to you, "Hey, you like Dark Souls?" What's my answer? Well, it's obviously a yes.
Yes.
Do you like guns? I could go either way on guns, especially video game guns, because sometimes they're just bad. What if we put guns in Dark Souls? Like, all right, because it's Dark Souls, I'll try it. Remnant from the Ashes is fucking good. Not only shooting the guns in it feels really great. Outside of the tutorial, the melee is really good because in the tutorial that melee is fucking garbage. I think that's probably the point of it. They want you to die in the tutorial. I get that. But Gunfire Games has a cool idea on their hands. Listening to others talk about it, specifically Austin Walker on Waypoint, he mentioned that the world is procedurally generated. So I'm sitting here thinking roguelike, which, has a varying degree of correct or incorrect about it. But actually, each person's game is randomly generated. It's like Chasm. However, the cool thing here is if Moose and I are playing this, we might not have the same map. We might not fight the same bosses in the same order, but that encourages the replayability because I can go into his game and help him and be lost. And he can come into my game and help me and be just as lost. And I like that idea. And I feel like that's where this succeeds over over a game like Chasm, because it's just that's the world. I found a couple of checkpoints. Fought a dude that was schizophrenic. That was fun and chaotic at the same time. The idea of I like the NPCs that I've come across thus far. I will say this: it has the third-person shooter perspective of Destiny. I think it's been a while since I fired up Destiny, but like the minute I saw the perspective that I'm behind, or that I'm presented with in the game, I'm like, wow, this looks like Destiny. Now, granted, as good as the shooting is in this game, it doesn't feel like Destiny. Very little does. And I feel like I'm putting you two asleep.
Mm-mm. I'm listening.
Okay.
You're enjoying it, and it makes me want to. Like I said, I played a little bit of it, and I'm looking forward to diving into it more.
Yeah, I can't wait till I get first shift so I can have a chance to play with my friends, because Jesus Christ, playing by myself kind of sucks.
Hopefully that pans out soon. I mean, well, now you got Marshall for the next 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, I am, and I'm not denigrating that, but it's becoming increasingly more difficult, like the past couple weeks specifically, to do that. Like tail end of last week was really bad, just because I got off work late both days, and I was just done. But that's all that I really have to say. My Fire Emblem status is that the cartridge is still in my Switch, and I still haven't started it.
Can't with this guy, you know? Just can't.
I'm the worst. Shall we go to emails?
Sure.
Unless anybody else has anything to talk about?
No. I'm good. Corey? We can't hear you, dude.
Hey, guess what? My mic was muted on accident.
Fantastic.
I know. I was saying a bunch of stuff, and now my mic was muted. And
there.
I said, well, never mind. Time's passed for jokes.
Okay.
Jokes for folks.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jason Marshall, he's first up this week.
Yeah.
How many games have you purchased a second or third time on a different system?
Let me tell you.
I feel like he is taking questions from Michaela on Twitter.
He's also taking questions for himself, because he's bought multiple games multiple times. So,
if you wanted me to put a hard number on it, tons.
Yeah, I'd have to say tons too. I mean, most recently I just picked up Axiom Verge and Salt and Sanctuary physical editions because they were on sale at Best Buy, and then and Amazon. And then I also nabbed Binding of Isaac. I already have Binding of Isaac digital on PS4, so I picked that up for Switch.
Nice.
So I mean, in Terraria.
Yeah.
Double dipped on Terraria. I think I triple dipped. Wait, no. I double dipped because when it launched on PS4, there was a window of like maybe 2-3 months where if you bought it, you also got the Vita version for free. So version. I bought that like 24. As soon as I bought my PS4, I think it launched like a month before that. And so I bought it, and I was like, oh, sweet, I get it on a Vita too. Well, I'll have that for when I buy a Vita, which I have. Now I have it.
Nice.
Cool.
Lately it's been collector's editions. Sorry.
No, you're good.
And then like Corey was saying, he bought Transistor and Bastion. I wanted to buy those on sale, but they'll be on sale again, so I'll pick those up again, probably on Switch to have them on the go. But I've been eyeing that Hotline Miami collection. I get paid on Wednesday. I might have to pick that up. I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah, I have no. There ain't no shame in buying awesome games more than once.
That's true. How many
You know?
times have I bought Shovel Knight? You know what I mean?
Right.
Let
Yeah.
me tell you, Wii U, 3DS, PlayStation,
Yep.
Xbox One, and Switch.
Now, when you bought it on PS4, was it still like when you buy it, you get everything that comes out for it
Yeah,
later on?
yeah,
Okay. Cool.
yeah. All the versions I had do that. So
Oh,
except
okay.
for the Wii U version, I think they stopped support, and the 3DS, I think they stopped support.
Yeah, because I know they were saying like after a certain point, I think it might have been the Spectral DLC. They were saying now we're going to like you actually have to buy the individual stuff or pay a little extra if you haven't already bought it.
Yeah,
But that was nice of them to give people a heads up because I think they were like, you have until this date,
yeah,
and then after that date, all the DLC will be separate and cost extra. So get in while you can if you want to. So that was pretty nice of them. Most companies like Activision would just be like, fuck y'all, now you have to pay for the DLC. They don't care.
Yeah.
So actually, you should probably be paying for the DLC out of the gate with them. You don't get anything for free.
no, don't get it for free.
Nope.
Man, King of Cards, there's supposed to be something today about it, I think, actually. Today's the 28th, right? No.
Yeah. No, 26th today.
So Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, the Yacht Club's having their own kind of like...
Yacht Club Direct.
Yeah, we'll go with that, you know? We'll go with that. I'm so excited for King of Cards, dude. Ugh.
What if they called it Yacht Club Poop Deck? Just saying.
I mean, they could.
I'm
don't know.
sure.
You don't know.
Or Yacht Club from the deck, because no one else call it Poop Deck. But you know what I mean.
Yacht Club from the
Captain's Quarters.
So you were really excited to answer this question. How many things do you think you've bought?
Boy, let me tell you how many things I've bought. Most of them are indies. I'm not gonna lie, just to have them on
good old
the go.
Switch.
Yeah, but I did buy Zelda twice. I own it on Wii U and Switch, but I'm keeping my Wii U copy sealed because I feel like we might have a GameCube Twilight Princess.
That's gonna put Riley through college.
Yeah, it is. Community college for a semester, maybe. No books.
Couple credits.
No books. But a lot of the games that I've purchased on like Xbox or PlayStation, and then I repurchased on Switch just to have them. Like Doom is one of them. Bayonetta 2 is one. I mean, all the Wii U stuff basically that came over to Switch already. I've purchased, and I've repurchased. Do you count remasters though? Like, would you count a remaster as repurchasing it?
If you initially bought it on a previous console, I would say it is.
I mean, it kind of does. It kind of should count because
I think it should.
I mean, I had Shadow of the Colossus on PS2. I bought it on PS3 and PS4. Yeah, like, I mean, then you get into like virtual console.
Yeah. And then
That's true.
And then you get in this weird space where, like, if you subscribe to Game Pass, like, and then you purchase a game on Switch, does that really count? I don't know. Guacamelee, I've purchased twice.
Yeah, I bought that 3 times, I think.
Final Fantasy 10 and 12 and 9, I've repurchased on Switch. So, yeah, I don't know.
Actually, I bought Guacamelee at least 3 times. At least.
I mean,
I don't remember if it was cross-buy on PS3 and Vita.
I think it was cross-buy on PS3 and Vita, and then did you have to repurchase it on PS4?
It was a different edition on PS4. It was the Super Turbo.
The Super Turbo Deluxe Championship Edition, Ultra Smash.
Sure. Too. Guacamelee is such a good game, though.
It is. It's worth getting that, and they've got the physical version out now, which
I bought it on Wii U too, so
might make me rebuy it for to have it on my Switch.
Wait, I wouldn't. I don't think I would do that. I don't think the physical. It's like Wolfenstein, where it just comes with a download code. I think it's just the box. I think. Don't quote me on that.
Not you. That screw that. For those who are listening, I'm giving the middle finger to the camera, and it's not to Corey. It
might be.
The developers and the publishers are doing
Well,
that.
slow down, Reese. Give it time. We'll give you a reason to give us the finger.
I mean,
You maybe. Corey,
true.
I like. He doesn't really tick me off.
I I could, if you really wanted me to. I don't really want to, but I could.
Corey's like, now that you're showing you don't believe in me, I think I'm going to prove you wrong.
I'm gonna prove you wrong.
What about all my Meme Moose impressions?
Those are hilarious, though.
Yeah, those are-
funny.
yeah.
Those aren't. I don't. I like those. So
When
that's
I
okay.
buy indies, I buy them 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. You're welcome.
God, how much I missed that.
It's been a while. It
Yeah.
has been a while, and we're coming in. We're coming in to the winter season. Maybe I'll bring them back. We'll see.
gonna grow your hair out,
I'm gonna bring back
Back
my
to-
long locks.
bring back the reflector sunglasses.
Well, the blue ones are gone
Oh,
sad.
what? Why?
because the front of them got scratched all the hell. Like so, it was like annoying to look through them. So I bought new ones,
Ooh.
and they're my favorite color green. They're called Celtic Light or something like that, and they're by a sunglass company called Blender. And I've been eyeing them for a while, and I was like, I'll just bite the bullet and get one. So when I went to buy them, they were on sale for like $15 off, and then I got 20% off of that. So I was like, fuck yeah. And they've been sitting at home waiting for me for like 2 weeks because I've been in Atlanta. I'm like, you motherfuckers. Like, they're like, oh yeah, it'll be delivered on such and such a date. And I'm like, that's the day after I leave to come back down here. But anyways, I wore them and they're nice. Like, I'm finding like more sunglasses, like the ones I had before, the blue ones. They're not really dark, but they do a good job of blocking out the light. You know, because like I have blue eyes and my eyes are like super sensitive to light, and so like I like want the darkest sunglasses possible to try and block out all that light. But these aren't really dark, but they do a great job of filtering out the UV light. So, anyways, they're nice. I'll wear them next week when I'm home.
Yeah, I thought about bringing out the old reflector glasses again because that's how I started this bullshit. But I lost mine. I don't know where they're at. So I was actually we were out and about, and we were at the mall of all places, like it's the fucking 90s again. And I'm like,
Isn't that the best, man?
I'm like, dude, the mall sucks.
Yeah, it does.
We go to the mall to walk.
Like,
That's smart. There ain't nothing wrong with that. That
well,
is
like
that is smart.
if I'm going to the mall for any reason, I'm going to get there when it opens, hopefully before, so I can go in and get right the fuck out before the horde starts showing up.
Yeah.
And we were walking through, and I'm like, I bet you I can find some cheap reflector sunglasses. No go.
You know, I did the same thing. So I bought those blue sunglasses at Cheats.
Mhm.
I was on my way to my.
That's where I need to go. I need to go to a gas station.
Well, I went.
That's where I need to go.
I was going to my brother's house for Christmas Eve. And I'm like, I want like something different. Like my Oakleys just aren't big enough, and they don't protect my eyes enough. And so, like, I saw those, and I was like, fuck it, I'm buying them. Actually, I think I left my Oakleys at the house. So like, they're $15. I'll buy some $15 sunglasses, and I like them, and I've been wearing them, and Kelly doesn't like them. she's like, where's your Oakleys? And I'm like, I like these now. She's like, and so I got home before she did on Saturday because she was out shopping for her week because I won't be there. And I
And then
opened
when
up
she
my
got
box.
home, you were just in boxers and your glasses.
No, I had the sunglasses. No, I was actually downloading Rad. I said hi to the dogs for like 10, 15 minutes because they went ape shit because I was home.
You're like, oh my god!
Yeah, I know. And so then I went and sat in the living room, which was totally like a wreck because So we had a queen size bed in our spare bedroom, and her sister was taking the frame to her house, which she lives like 20 minutes away, and then they were taking the bed up to her dad to use. So we have like our room is like empty, and I'm like, whoa, this is insane. But anyways, so a lot of the stuff was out in the living room to go through to like kind of like put away instead of just like shove it back in the room, you know what I mean, and not deal with it. So I'm just like sitting there like trying to like download Rad, and I got my sunglasses out, and so we were going to dinner, and she was like, "Oh," she said, "You get new sunglasses?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I like those better than the other ones," and I'm like, "Well, that's good because these are more permanent."
About time.
I'm like, that's a win. And then she just bought some for herself today. Not the same kind, but she bought Blender sunglasses. So I was like, that's pretty funny. Anyway,
Really good ZZ Top song called "Cheap Sunglasses."
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
I know you were.
Well, I think it's funny that like Jeff Foxworthy did a great skit on it where like you could be wearing your like shitty cheap sunglasses and be on a boat and something and like be looking over the edge and they drop down into the water. Some scuba diver's gonna pop and be like, "Here's your sunglasses," and then like you'll lose those $200 pair or whatever like in a second. You know what I mean? Like,
And they're just gone.
yeah, they're just gone. So, yeah, I try not to spend too much on sunglasses if I can help it.
Nice. Sunglasses at night.
So, any other games you guys want to talk about buying on multiple systems?
Yeah, we can move on to the next question. Thanks.
Okay. Next up, our Astral Chain winner, Greg Osterman III. How are you guys feeling about GameStop shelf life and the Game Informer layoffs? How long do you think GameStop has left? I echo exactly what Dan Reichert said on the Giant Beast cast. GameStop as a corporation, fuck them, because they've made nothing but bad decisions for a very long time. The Game Informer stuff really sucks.
Yeah.
I feel heart goes out to all of them. I hope they find jobs in the space, because Game Informers is like, you can talk about dying print media all you want. Game Informer is still good,
and they're still growing.
Like they're still putting out very good written work.
Mm-hmm.
I was happy to see that Imran Khan got picked up by Kind of Funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if anybody else has gotten employment anywhere else, but
it's kind of hard though, because they're in Minnesota, and the gaming industry is either, you have to go to.
Wait, who got picked up by Kind of Funny?
Imran Khan. Their West Coast news guy.
Oh, good for them, because Kind of Funny needs somebody fucking legit to run any of their news. So, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's just hard because Game Informer being in Minnesota is like, it's hard for them to like get jobs, because most of the people that got laid off have like families, and they're kind of rooted there, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Matt Burtz had been at Game Informer forever.
I know.
That's rough.
Yeah. That's just
That's fucking rough.
I mean, it sucks.
I feel bad for all I really do feel bad for especially the people with families, like it's just I
mean, I will say this. Shout out to Andy McNamara for handling it the way he has. Like, he's handled this like a fucking human being.
I know.
In the best way possible.
Nothing against the people at Game Informer.
Uh-huh.
I mean, obviously, it wasn't their decision.
Right.
But
they were blindsided. Some people were at Gamescom until they got laid off.
One of them was on vacation too.
Like you see GameStop struggling on a regular basis, and you aren't mentally prepared for that. Like one day you might lose your job. Like, how is this even shocking to anybody?
I
think in all honesty, it might be the timing that's shocking, but it was eventually going to happen. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna say that outright. That Game Informer was gonna lay people off because GameStop has been shitting the bed and making shitty fucking decisions for God knows how long, and it was eventually going to happen to where they were gonna have to start making cuts because they're just like every other corporation who are like make money, make money, make money, not sound decisions, and then what can we cut? What's our biggest overhead? People, and that's what they do.
I thought for
Well-
sure GameStop was going to probably sell Game Informer off at some point.
I mean,
That's a
Moose,
sound idea.
Moose, your thought process is not wrong. And I mean, even Dan said he's like on the Giant Beastcast. He's like, we always sort of knew that if GameStop was struggling, and it was always sort of a thought. However, when you are just told you're done, that's a different discussion. As someone who's been outsourced multiple times, there's a way to handle it, and I feel like the people that outsourced me handled it correctly. They said, "Hey, we are moving your job overseas
Right.
to this country. You have 1 month."
Well, see, that's nice. At least you got a month.
They didn't even let their
Okay.
insurance run out through the end of the week.
Yeah, like that's. I mean, and like they're just like
Well-
people, and all of them, did that. And
You
like
know-
I was pissed off at the people that did this because who wants to work to find a fucking job? It's really hard.
Well,
I mean, especially at the time when it happened to me because I didn't have a degree at the time, so I was just like, great, now I'm just sort of stuck. But
I
go ahead.
I just I agree with all you're saying, and that does suck that their insurance didn't even run out to the end of the week. Now, see, that's shitty. And
Yeah,
that's on the employer, and that totally is. And never mind. I don't have anything to say about it. We can
I mean,
move on.
yeah, like it's not an easy discussion to have.
Well, no, it's not. It's just I'm going to dig myself a hole, and I don't want to.
I mean, we're here to help.
So my heart goes out to them, and I hope everybody finds something
Yes.
soon, especially not just hope you find a job. Not because the holidays are coming up soon, but it's just because I lost my job in 2017. I got laid off, and Lowe's was nice enough to give me a severance package and 2 months pay. So I at least got that. They're getting nothing, So it's just heart goes out to them. I hope they're all able to find something, and
Yeah.
Tyler Durden said, it's only after we lost everything that we're free to do anything. So I hope
Who said that?
maybe Tyler Durden, maybe you could
okay.
find something that you want to do. Maybe you've been kind of fearful of trying something new, and this might be your push that you need. So maybe you go on to do bigger. So I toast you bigger and better things for all those employees, because that sucks, man. Anyways,
Yeah, that really sucks. So, but yeah, hope everybody lands on their feet sooner than later. So,
yeah.
Okay, so how long do we think GameStop has left? That's like the second part of this question. Apparently they're going to have a little bit longer because new consoles are coming out and physical media is still going to be a fucking thing.
Well, aren't they doing those niche boutiques now?
What do you
Isn't
mean?
that them? Where they're doing retro, they're gonna have retro consoles available.
Yeah,
Wasn't
they're
that
doing
GameStop?
they're doing that at GameStop proper. They're just, I mean, it's basically just another way for them to tackle the used game market.
Well, I agree with you. I think they have one more life cycle of consoles, because the new consoles are going to come out next year, and I hope they're around then, because I'm going to trade in my PS4 Pro towards a PS5.
Right?
Because otherwise, how the hell am I going to sell a PS4 and get some decent money out of it or something? But anyway,
You think I'm gonna do eBay like a sucker? No.
yeah. Do I look like an idiot to you? I mean,
Well,
I am an
not even
idiot.
that.
but
Do I
don't
look like I
look
have that
an
kind of follow through?
So I personally think if they're not dead before the next life cycle starts, they will be dead shortly after it starts. So I'm thinking I'm thinking they might even be dead before next year, unless they can get a lot of pre-orders in. Like if they can get Sony to announce the console, and same with Microsoft, and get a bunch of pre-orders from people, because that's where people still go for pre-orders. I mean, a lot of people do go to Amazon for consoles, but like as I see, here's another thing. I have no idea if Amazon has a trade-in policy as far as trading in your old console towards a new one. I know GameStop has that. So where am I going to go to pre-order my console? I'm fucking going to GameStop, because I can turn in my PS4 Pro, all the stuff I have, and get a decent amount to put down on my next console, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think they'll at least have until, if pre-orders don't happen before, let's say, May or June of next year, they're going to be in some serious trouble. But I have a feeling Sony and Microsoft will announce their consoles before E3. Sony will do it sometime in February, because then they're going to say, oh, hey, by the way, Last of Us is coming next month.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Microsoft will have to come back out and counter and be like, hey, yeah, our console's coming too. Or it might be vice versa. Microsoft might strike first. But I think early next year they'll give us dates. I don't think Microsoft will wait until E3, because Sony's not playing by the E3 books anymore. They're not playing that game anymore. And so I think Microsoft realizes that, and they're like, if we try and adhere to that timetable, we're going to be really far behind them. And so it's like they're probably realizing it, and probably going to try and get out in front of it first. So anyway,
I mean, at this rate, will E3 even happen with all the shit the ESA's done
Right.
recently?
Yeah.
They have to. There has to be a class action coming their way. There has to be. Okay, so let's move on. The man, the myth, the legend, Deshaun Malone.
Hey,
What is
Deshaun,
what is your favorite go-to brew? Do you choose what you drink by the game you're playing? Corey, what's your go-to brew?
I don't know. I don't really have one. I think I was the wrong person to direct this question towards.
Or were you the absolute 100% right one?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't really drink a whole lot, so yeah. No, I had, my wife turned me on to this grapefruit beer that's really, really delicious.
Grapefruit Shandy, or is it the Radler?
I don't know what it is. It's
Radler.
It's it comes in
Schafferhofer?
I don't know how to pronounce it. It's German.
It's that German. Yeah, it's that German one.
Schafferhofer?
Yeah,
that one. Sure.
Does it have an orange and white can?
Yep, sure does.
It looks like the pre-World War II Japanese flag.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a beer they would drink in Wolfenstein or something. Got that cool font. No?
You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
No, I don't. You're right. Hey, man.
Well, Schafferhofer is a good beer.
Why did you start with me? It's unfair.
Because that is the most
they're
fun.
gonna hear like the most out of us two fucking alcoholics.
I figure you guys are gonna lean in and just try and bullshit both of us and just go with it, or you're gonna be like, well, I don't know.
Well, it depends on what kind of game I'm playing. Sometimes when I'm playing something competitive, I just want some trash brew,
No. When I'm playing something competitive, I need that low ABV so I can stay focused longer.
Like a Bud Light or a Corona. But then when I'm playing something really fun and really story driven, I like to get one of them crafty craft ones. It tastes real nice.
Matt, did you see
Is that Monsters Inc. you're doing? I don't know what's happening.
I don't know, dude.
Go ahead, Moose.
Did you see Bell's is putting out a lighthearted ale? 4%. I was like, oh, that's so funny.
You know what? I saw that, Moose.
Well, it'd probably be good. 4%. That's a good session.
I mean, yeah, 4%'s a decent session, but
honestly though, when I play games, it's usually an energy drink followed by some water.
There you go.
Because
No,
guess
water
what?
monster cocktail.
Guess what? If you stream or if you're playing games for longer than like an hour or two in a chair that's kind of uncomfortable and it's warm and you don't drink water, you get some cramps up in them thighs. You know what I mean? Some
Are the quads on the backside?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, quads on the back.
And then like you go to straighten your leg out and then it just feels like your whole leg is like gonna snap like a spring loaded clamp. It's like
Yeah.
That was my description there.
Cool.
So
Moose.
I drink, not this whole thing, but a little thing called Terrapin's Hopsecutioner.
Your go-to?
Yeah, that is my go-to beer because I can get it for fucking dirt cheap at the local Sheets. Pick it up.
Sheets is so good.
Sheets is the best. I love it. Like,
Some Mott sticks.
yes, those are good. I like getting
They're
their
$4 footlongs.
Yeah, and then I usually get their Big Boss or their Big Boss burger or their Boss burger. I could say Big Boss because I used to watch wrestling. But anyways, the Boss
I thought it
burger.
was a Metal Gear reference.
No, which was delicious.
Twin Towers. Big Boss Man and a Keen. Yeah.
But I don't like. I'll drink like anything and everything. So my problem is, like you were saying, Corey. My problem is not cramping when I stream. My problem is getting too drunk to where the stream just goes like off the goddamn rails. And so I know that's a lot of fun. And so like I streamed yesterday before the concert for like 2 hours because Kelly and I were trying to watch John Wick 3 for like the second time. And she was just like, I'm not feeling good. I'm going to go lay down. I'm like, all right, well, I'm a stream. So fired up Bloodborne and was playing. And I'm like, this is going well because I'm not drinking beer yet. Like I was drinking beer, but not like if I would be staying at home. Cause I was like, I have to go out. Like, I mean, I'm not driving, thank God, but I was like, I have to go out and do something. But I think Hopsecutioner is like 7%. But like it just depends. Like you were saying, like multiplayer games, competitive, or something where I have to stay focused. Like I want a lower percent so that I can enjoy it, but I can also get a little buzz, but it's not too much to the point where it takes away from my gameplay. But Bloodborne, I'll drink like 10, 13% beers. I don't care because it's gonna be a good time with Bloodborne. So it doesn't matter. I'll drink whatever with that game. But anyways.
Doesn't matter how much I drink, Nightmare Frontier is mine.
That's right. It is. And I'd like to shout out to the Beast Hunter Safe. Fucking weapon is the tits. Can't wait to do my playthrough with it. But anyways.
Wow. Well, all right.
Matt, what do you like to drink?
I've been thinking about it. I don't really have a go-to anymore. I mean, I have beer in the house, of course, but like I always have something different. Moose came over recently. Moose came over recently. He saw my basement.
Seen it. I seen it with my eyes.
Wow.
But I will say this. I might have to develop a go-to again because I keep seeing Sip of Sunshine everywhere. And I really like that beer a lot.
It is a good beer.
So yeah. I don't really have a good. I don't really choose what to drink based on what I'm playing because I don't know how you pair a beer and a video game. Unless it's like, a bad video game, because then you obviously pair it with bad.
What if you just go all Dave Chappelle playing, what's his name? Rick James, and just like do like stouts and porters with Dark Souls and be like, the darkness. That's a theme.
Yeah, you're right. That's a theme.
I'm Tyrone Biggums.
Hey,
can I have a red nose, please?
Hey, you got any more of those Estes?
got any more of them Estes flasks? Not any more than Beast Hunter pellets. So yeah, no, I think if I do like to have a beer when I did stream, I did like to have a beer while doing it. Not too many though, because I get stupid real fast because I'm a lightweight.
Come back.
I want to. It's just, it sucks that I have to do it on Twitch. So yeah, we're gonna move on.
You could stream on Mixer where I'm
No.
streaming.
How can I do that?
It's not going to work with the PS4. You
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, how can I do that? How can I do that, Corey?
Actually, I can tell you.
Cool.
Where'd it go? I lost it.
What's the next question, Matt?
I was gonna see if you one of you wanted my old capture card because I got a new one, but I guess not because I lost it. It's gone.
That's cool.
Gone.
I don't know.
It's probably not gone. You just misplaced it.
It's
yeah,
gone
it's fine.
forever. Nope, it's just gone.
It's gone into the void that is my child inhabiting house. Okay, so last question. Patient Zero of Nerds Gone Rogue, Megan Green. What are your thoughts on cosplay? Do you like true form cosplay, or do you prefer something a little different?
What does a little different mean?
Yeah.
Female jokers.
Yeah.
I mean, look, the people who do cosplay, are a special kind of talented because, especially the ones who nail it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of them are just really impressive. Like, I think it was the year Horizon came out. Like, before the game was out, people were doing Aloy cosplay.
Yeah, when I went to PAX, there was a girl there. She was a professional cosplayer, like she was trying to be or something. But she had like the perfect Aloy. She was like, she looked more like Aloy than Aloy did in the game. And it was like, how do you do that? How do you do that? You look amazing. I don't even want to like be around you because it's just like it's amazing.
I mean, like
I didn't want to be that guy that was just like, I just want to look at you. You know, that's creepy.
You're like, you're standing here as a piece of art because you do cosplay, and now it's like, I can't look away. It's the sun. You are the sun. Look away.
Oh, man.
No, I think cosplay's cool. I
have a lot of respect for people who go in there and like spend like hundreds of hours on their own costumes, spend their money and go and like, you know, even if it's not like picture perfect cosplay, right? Like I think like people who do cosplay, it's like the people that put a lot of effort and time into it are just it looks really cool, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of like, I mean, I feel like true form is, I don't want to sit here and say it's the only way to go, but in my brain, I kind of think that's the only way to go because that's the point. Like, unless you know, there's unless there's something, there's an additional aim to it. Because I feel like let's say you're going to cosplay as Princess Peach or whatever. Like you're going to cosplay as Princess Peach in whatever incarnation you're going for.
Mm-hmm.
Dressing up Princess Peach as, say, a League of Legends character, like I might miss that completely. Not going to say there's no merit in it, but I don't know a League of Legends character. So if you're dressing up Princess Peach as a League of Legends character, I'm going to be confused. But I mean, if you wanted to do like a spin on it, you kind of have to make it obvious.
Like I don't mind where they go off the beaten path.
Sure.
Play, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no problem with that. Some of the cosplays where they add like a steampunk element to it, like that's pretty cool. So like steampunk, but I mean, it's cosplay. It doesn't have to be like true, you know what I mean, to the original character. I mean, as long as you can still recognize the character in the cosplay, then whatever you're doing, like to add your own little spin to it, that's awesome. Do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That I guess that's really what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
Like to me, it doesn't matter if I can recognize the character. I mean, if I'm familiar with it, but if someone like was like, oh no, that's so and so from this comic, and they showed me a picture, and I looked at you and looked at the picture and said, oh yeah, I see that, then that's fine. But like if it's something I know and can recognize the person or the character they're trying to cosplay as, that's still good cosplaying. It's the ones where they go like, and I'm not saying it's bad, I just might not like it, where they go completely off the rails. And you're just like, you're like, oh my god, that's so and so. Like that doesn't even look like that, like that character or anything. So
I mean, unless true form cosplay is like you have to have the same like size and dimensions as the character.
yeah,
I mean, that's the only other thing like I could think that someone would be up in arms about because people get stupid. But which that I don't really care. I think if you're going to do a cosplay, just get the elements of the character correct. I mean, if someone's gonna cosplay as like Tracer from Overwatch, but they don't have Tracer's dimensions, I don't have a problem with that. Do they get Tracer's costume right? If that's right, good. So yeah, and you know what? Get weird with it too. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Have some fun out there.
Yeah.
Life is short.
Yeah.
Life is short.
It is indeed that.
It's true.
That's our final question.
It is our final question. We're like ahead of time. I don't like this. I don't like this.
Well,
I mean, it's better than rushing, but like.
True.
I'm
really excited for Control.
Yeah, I am too.
So that was going to be my question. Like, knowing what you know now is either currently out that you have access to or is coming out. What are you one game? You have to pick one game that you're most excited about. I'll go first and give you guys a chance to think about it because I already know my answer. My fucking answer is Blasphemous.
Okay.
For that game. I've been waiting for that game. And I'd like to say, all those people out there that are like, hey, we're going to, this game got kickstarted this year. Oh, I want the game out like the next year or 2 years after that. Like, fuck y'all. Like, let the guys develop a game. Like, a game, you're not going to get a good game in a year or two. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, all the news, like, revolving around a lot of the Kickstarter games where it's like, oh, it's finally coming out. It's finally coming out. Motherfucker, it's only been like 3 to 4 years. Like, give them some damn time to develop a game. But anyways, Blasphemous released, like, I think they released a trailer earlier this year. So it was like, oh, here it comes. It's like, they've got to be coming out with a date soon. And so I believe it was during the Nintendo Indie recently at Gamescom, which was phenomenal. Eastward looks amazing. But they announced that it was coming the 26th to the Switch, which I thought was the date for everyone, which was wrong because PC, PS4, and Xbox is the 10th. But then I went, and then if you go and look on the store, it's September 10th for Blasphemous. But
awesome.
I'm looking forward to it because I love Salt and Sanctuary. I think Salt and Sanctuary is a very good 2D side-scrolling Dark Souls game.
It's great on Switch too. It's great on Switch.
It is good on Switch. Oh, it's so good. I think Blasphemous steps into the darker realm of Dark Souls as a 2D side-scrolling Metroidvania, and in watching the trailer, it moves a lot faster than I expected it to, but not in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought it was just going to be like not sluggish, but not as quick as it is. Like, it looks like a really quick game as far as the action goes, which is amazing. I mean, that's going to be awesome if that's the way it's going to be. But I am extremely pumped for that game. That's a day one purchase for me. I might even double dip eventually and pick it up on Switch after a while. but that is the game coming up that I am most. I mean, everybody knows Borderlands 3, but I
Yeah.
mean that's a goddamn given. So I had to pick something else. So I pick Blasphemous. Corey or Matt, what are you guys looking forward to in the next couple weeks, month? You know,
I mean, like the two really big ones. The two really big ones for me, Gears and Luigi's Mansion. I think.
yeah.
I mean, Gears. I'm hoping they are doing something different, and I hope they are doing something.
Is that September? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
It's Friday.
It's August 30th.
Well,
Early access.
Man, maybe it's next Friday. Because,
Next Friday would
but
be
if you have Game Pass Ultimate, you get to play 4 days early. Or if you buy the $80 version, you get to play 4 days early, and you get all the DLC packs, which is like the Terminator pack and the Halo Reach pack, where they have the characters from those in there. So,
Okay.
so there's that, and then
September 6th. Is
September
the official release
6th.
date.
Yeah, so-
okay. Yeah, that is next Friday. That's not this Friday.
Yeah.
But it is close. That's still really close.
yeah. So I'm really excited for Gears. I'm hope like that escape mode that they showed off at E3 looks really cool. The Horde mode looks awesome. They look like they're going back to more like Gears 3 Horde mode style thing instead of like having a mobile base. And then the rumors about the story mode that Gears, it's going to be semi-open world, kind of like Tomb Raider, like Rise of the Tomb Raider, with like kind of hubs that you kind of explore. Sounds really interesting. I don't know how that's going to work in a cover-based, story-based shooter, especially with the story they're trying to tell. But if it changes up the mechanics a little bit, because we've had that conversation a few times where I think Gears controls feel kind of dated. I feel like the Division is kind of sitting at the top of third-person cover shooters right now, in terms of feeling. So, we'll see. I'm really excited for Gears, though. I think telling Kate's story in this one, especially the way the last game ended, is going to be really interesting and actually opens up some interesting things in terms of branching paths. Like, are they going to try to go that route? Are they going to, so I can't wait for Gears. So,
Okay.
And also, I guess Halo Reach 2, whenever they re-release that, it's the only Halo game I've never beaten. So,
That was a good game. I liked Reach. It was good.
So, yeah. What about you, Matt? Spelunky 2? Oh, that's next year now. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it got pushed. That's
Yeah,
sad.
appreciate
That's
you
good.
stomping on my feelings like that.
I'm sorry.
Hey. Hey, if he's got to polish it.
Oh no, I want
Yeah,
same,
right.
same.
Right. We are both in that same camp anytime a game gets delayed. Fucking polish the shit out of it.
If you were to ask me as recently as last week, I would have had the answer of Luigi's Mansion. Because, it's been a long time since I've had the opportunity to play one of those games. Either that or Link's Awakening, because I've never had a chance to play that game because I did not have any of Nintendo's handheld systems before Switch. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Switch is a home console, according to Reggie.
It is.
But
plug it right into your TV.
I have been listening to GameSpot's new podcast, GameSpot After Dark.
Is that worth listening to?
It's really good. I feel like they're kind of doing the giant bomb thing. But
if you're gonna copy a podcast, it's
right?
a good one to copy. So,
but they have been talking about Borderlands 3 in a way that has me all aroused and titillated.
Oh, I'm ready.
They were talking about the Met guy, the Hunter guy.
Oh.
And I'm just like, okay, it's time for me to get excited for Borderlands 3.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I have it preloading. I think I'll have to check that.
Agreed to go camping with the wife on that Friday, so I will not be playing it until I get back on Monday. I was like, the fuck is wrong with me? But anyways, sorry.
But yeah, Borderlands 3 I am 100% ready for now, and I think I need a bright, colorful looter shooter, and I feel like I don't remember which person on GameSpot After Dark said it, but I think I think I agree with them when they said, Borderlands is probably the best setting for a looter shooter because it's already bright and colorful, and the loot you're chasing is like, oh, we got to chase this bright and colorful thing. Whereas in like the Division, it's like, oh, this bright and colorful thing is going to save the world. The tone lines up really nicely in Borderlands, whereas it doesn't in, say, Division or Anthem or what other looter shooters are that I'm not thinking of. But yeah, I am genuinely excited for that.
I'd like to also shout out Torchlight 2, which is coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
And that bad boy, which looking at the eShop and the upcoming games makes it even more enticing, is $19.99. And I was like, what?
Wow.
So I thoroughly enjoyed Torchlight. Multiplayer Torchlight is going to be freaking awesome. So I might just have to pick that up. But that's looking good. I think that's like, it's coming up soon. I don't think it's the 13th. I think it might be the 10th. It might be that Tuesday before Borderlands drops, or the following Tuesday. It's in that span somewhere. But Torchlight 2, I'm going to give a shout out to, because it's always looked good. And then it's like, when is that coming to console? When is it coming to console? And then finally, now it's coming to console. And sadly, company is no more. So.
Yeah. See, I'm excited for another Diablo-like just as much as the next person, because I would like to play that game. However, I don't know if I'm going to play Torchlight 2 on Switch, because I think
You want on PS4?
I would on PS4 for sure.
Done.
Because that's where I play my Switch a lot.
I play that.
I probably could. I play my Switch a lot, but I also play it when I'm not connected to the internet more often than I play it when I'm connected to the internet.
That's the thing. Like, looking at Torchlight 2, it's like, do I have to be connected to the internet? Also, the Risk of Rain 2. Like, that game looks like, you look at that game, and I know, like, you, me, Phillips, and Dom have been trying to find our next Helldivers 2 without it being Helldivers 2, which I will bet a fucking paycheck to the fact that there's going to be a Helldivers 2. There's going to be a Helldivers 2. It's just a matter of when. And I feel like Risk of Rain just looks so good. But it's like, if I buy it on my Switch, do I have to constantly be under Wi-Fi to be able to play it, So I agree with you where it's like, well, my PS4 sits at home and it's always on Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? So Torchlight and Risk of Rain 2 might be best there. But, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it is coming. Risk of Rain 2 is coming out on Switch first. So you would think they would have to take into account somewhat the mobility of that system and not being under Wi-Fi. But who knows?
I mean, I don't think you'll have to be connected to play it. I feel like you could do solo Torchlight and solo Risk of Rain without being online. That's as maybe, but like multiplayer, you'll definitely need it. And I'm not one of those people who has a hotspot on their phone.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Wife and I have talked about getting a new phone plan and I've thought about looking into that, but I don't know what the I don't know anything about that yet. One day, maybe.
That's after the holiday season.
I got too much.
Someday.
I mean, we're also in talks of adopting a child, so
Yay.
that could happen too. What?
What?
What was that?
I don't know. I don't know who said what. What?
Huh?
Huh? Huh?
Huh?
All right. I think we can close this show.
Yeah.
been a
Before
good
we
one.
before we put Moose to task as to what he said or did not say.
We'll say that once we're not live anymore.
Actually, you know what? I do want to do one thing. Fill some time real quick,
Fill some time?
please. Fill some time. Just talk.
Okay.
Just talk.
Well,
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you
actually,
a topic.
I was gonna do this at the end of the show, but before Matt starts closing us out, as some of you might know, and as Matt brought up earlier, I've been streaming on Mixer, but I want to give a shout out to the people who have been helping me through some of this Mixer stuff. I met a couple partners and a couple really cool streamers on Mixer that have kind of been, co-streaming with me and hosting my channel and helping get the word out specifically about my channel.
Battle Bug and Zombie Killer.
Yeah, and so Toucan Gaming, shout out to him. Savage, shout out to him. Battlebug, and Zombie Killer, 601. Those four specifically have kind of been guiding me through the reins of Mixer, and it's been really fun playing with them because I played a lot with them this weekend. So it's just a little shout out. If you guys have Mixer accounts, you should go find them and follow them. So
Cool.
I know.
Cool, man.
I know a lot of people have already who have come follow me, but good people, man. Good people.
Yep.
So
Good people. Okay, so there was a question from last week's show that I saw late, and I figured we should answer it here. From Todd Oxtra.
ooh,
Has a video game ever got you interested in learning more about the subject matter outside the game?
like
Yes.
I mean, when God of War came out, like the original God of War games, I kind of went down a Greek mythology rabbit hole.
Go. Yep.
And then Norse mythology recently with that. So not as much as back then, obviously, but
Yeah.
So
Moose?
I would say God of War.
Okay.
I mean, sorry, I'm not smart enough to try and go and be like an astrophysics. Look up that stuff, maybe playing No Man's Sky or whatever.
Well, I feel like Kerbal Space Program would be more the venue there.
But yeah, with God of War and the whole, I mean, I always like seeing things that are based on real life, like the whole spoiler alert for fucking The Last of Us, but the virus that causes that is based on a real virus or fungus, but it's only in animals. It hasn't made the jump to humans yet. And so they took that and adapted it. And so it's pretty cool, like reading that stuff and digging a little bit deeper and being like, holy shit, this fucking world's crazy without humans even being involved in it. And then we make it even crazier by being involved in it. But anyways, like, God of War and Norse mythology. And then it's really funny because like when God of War came out last year and trying to like see the differences between how Marvel handles Norse mythology with Thor and how, God of War is handling it, or Sony. So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
yeah, stuff is cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, probably my first real foray into learning about board games came from a video game, and that was Blood Bowl. Because when that was that a PS Plus game or something? I know at some point you and I actually played it for about 10 minutes together.
Bloodborne?
Blood Bowl.
Oh, Blood Bowl. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And for those who don't know, that is basically orcs, or it's basically football set in the Warhammer universe.
Ooh.
And it's a really cool concept, and apparently the board game is old as hell, like it's been around forever. So I went looking at that, and then that's when you get into learning about painting minis, and
There's a deep rabbit hole.
it is a very, very deep rabbit hole.
Very deep.
And at that, I mean, it wasn't long before I realized that is just too far for me to go. And then this was just prior to Dark Souls being kickstarted, and kickstarted that game, and then I went looking into that company's game, Steamforged, and I found Guild Ball. I'm like, okay, I wonder if Guild Ball is anything like Blood Bowl. Well, apparently Guild Ball had only been out for a couple of years at that time, and it's way easier to play than Blood Bowl. It requires way fewer dice rolls, and it's also free moving rather than moving around a hex or a grid the way Blood Bowl is. Yeah, I won't talk too much more about that. But yeah, I plenty of games have inspired me to learn more about the subject matter. Trying to think of another one. I mean, BioShock Infinite and its ending kind of had me want to learn about multi-universe theory. The times I've watched Crusader Kings kind of made me want to learn more about European monarchy history, but then that gets into some stuff that in the modern day is real problematic. And I would be remiss if I didn't say playing Rock Band didn't have a part in me buying a guitar.
Yeah.
Where's that guitar now?
I gave it to a friend. No, a buddy. A friend of Reba's, her husband plays, and I'm like, I have a guitar and an amp if you'd like it. He's like, well, I don't have an electric guitar. I'm like, I'm not saying it's a good electric guitar, but it works. And he's like, I'll take it. So I gave him my electric guitar and amp, and he's loving it.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really glad that someone's getting some use out of it. Yeah.
Nice.
I think we can end it now. That's been episode 160 of Nerds Gone Rogue. My name is Matthew Keel. You can find me everywhere at infinite_rewind. Find everything we do, nerdsgonerogue.com. Sven, tell us about Nerds Gone Platinum.
You can listen to me, Jason, and Jeff discuss the PlayStation platform. We usually go live Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Podcast goes live Thursday mornings at 7. You can also watch the video then as well. You can email us questions, comments, and concerns to platinum@gmail.com. You can also tweet us at ng_platinum. And we also have a Instagram account. But yeah, I think Jason is missing tomorrow, so we're going to have a very special guest. Matthew will be.
That's me.
And then also our other friend Adnel, who has been on a bunch of our spoiler casts. So he's gonna actually. I think I'd have to check the records, but I think this will be his first episode joining.
Pretty sure it is.
I'm
pretty sure it is.
It might be, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So he's going to be sitting in with me. Jeff, the four of us are just going to sit and talk about the news, games, and have a jolly good old time. But we also have our Discord up and running now, which I have no idea even how to promote that because Discord is still. I've been in Discord since almost this time last year, and it's still foreign to me.
Yep.
So like I have no idea how to like even do any of this. So
Go to Discord, search for Nerds Gone Rogue or Nerds Gone Platinum or Corey in HD.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or Sven. I'm on Discord.
Yeah.
Find me if you want. Or
Yeah.
or email.
I mean, yeah, we're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
Search for us.
Express, we're everywhere you want to be.
Corey, take us home.
Ooh. You can find me at CoreyNHD713 on Twitter. You can find me at CoreyNHD on Instagram and Mixer, and Twitch, I guess. You can also find Nerds Gone Rogue podcast every Monday in edited form on your podcast service of choice, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, all that stuff. You can also find us live every Monday night around 8:45-ish somewhere. Depends on how OBS is treating us that night and if they want to save our stuff or not. So there's that. You can check out our website, nerdsgonerogue.com, where you can find all of our podcasts and download them and watch them and whatever else you want. And I think that's it. Yeah, we'll save this for next week. I want to thank everybody so much for watching. Thanks for joining us in the chat. Thanks for joining us on youtube.com/nerdsgonerogue. Like, subscribe, share, rate, review, all that good stuff. And until next time, we love you.
Banana and out.
You're welcome.